Welcome back, everybody, to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And here we are on the 8th of June already. Oh my God, half a year gone by. And you're looking at the current temperature and time right now. It's a little after 6, and it's still pretty warm. And you're probably wondering why I haven't posted in the last couple of days. Well, I've been working fairly hard lately, so I decided I'm going to take a little vacation. And I'm just going to turn on a ceiling fan and take naps and relax and do nothing. So that's what I did. Well, anyway, it gave me some time to run some thoughts through my head, because I'm getting my water delivery this week, and that's going to be 3,700 gallons of water. And of course, you recall that I put together this barrel system around my water tank so that I would be able to handle more water up here. Well, my friend Andy made a good point. And what I was originally thinking of doing was to just open one of the bung caps on the top of the last barrel here and let the air escape as these were being filled, and through all of the barrels it would come, the air would escape through the pipe out the last barrel. But yeah, I got to thinking, as a point he made, that's not going to work. Each barrel needs to be vented. So I have this half-inch tubing here that used to be the irrigation when my orchard was right here, before the dirty little ground squirrels killed all my trees. $400 worth of trees down the tubes. Anyway, I've got this stuff here, so I'm thinking, well, you know what? I want to use that up. So here's the idea I came up with. What I'm going to do is these are the bung caps right here. And you see that they are threaded on the inside of that small section right there. And that's a 3/4 female iron pipe thread. So I'm going to go to the store and see if I can get some fittings that work with that plastic hose over there with male threads on them, so I can knock the bottom out of this, screw, and this one will have an L on it. No, you know what, I'm going to put a T on it anyway. So they'll all have T's on them all the way around, except the last one on that side. Of course, it doesn't have to go any further than that, so I'll have an L on that one. And that will be the last aerated barrel. So out of here, I'll have a T with that plastic pipe running all the way around barrel to barrel, so that as the water is being filled up into the main tank here, of course the water is going to be coming in from the bottom of the barrels, so it can force the air out of each one. They'll all be vented. And on the end of the T right here, I'll have a shutoff valve so that I can shut it off once they're full, so that the water doesn't keep squirting out of those as I'm filling the barrel. So I'll have a watertight seal on there, and I'll also have the air venting on that. So once I use water down from the top of the tank down to this level, which is about a half a tank, then I can open up the valve and start using the water out of the tanks, out of the barrels, I mean. But my original plan for this first load that I'm getting here is, because these barrels had to be washed out and cleaned with soap and so forth, I don't want any of that getting down, like I said, getting down into my filtration system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close those off after they're full using this valve right here, which I installed. And I can close it off right here. There's a stop this lever back here, let me see if I can get in there and show it to you. This lever back here right now is in what they call a bypass mode. So water can flow either direction but not go through the filter. When it's straight down, it's a filtration mode coming this direction. So the water comes in out of those barrels, goes through the sediment filter, and then goes down and connects into my main line going down to the cabin. And then when I bring it all the way around and up on this side, that is an off position. So that actually shuts this whole thing off so water can't flow in either direction. So I won't have any problems with worrying about leaks or anything at that point. I'll completely disconnect it between two valves. All right, so I can use this hose connection right here, which requires a key to open it up. But I'll use this one to drain off the water from these barrels first. And that'll all get transferred down as I need it to the irrigation through the summer. So when I want to refill the barrels, all I have to do is open the bypass, open this one, and the water from the main tank will actually equalize into the barrels and put water back into the barrels. But in the meantime, on this first run, it'll be like a first flush system that's going to take the water, the dirty water, if there's anything left, soap or anything like that in these barrels, it'll take it all out of there. So I'll have completely clean barrels. And of course, down the line, I'm going to be putting my door on here and my insulation on the inside. And then around the edge here, I'll be coming off those poles with some supports and putting 8-foot poles up, and then I'm going to enclose that all the way around so that the sun doesn't beat on the barrels or on the tank and cause deterioration from the sun. We all know how the sun eats up everything, especially plastics. All right, so that's one of the things that's now in my planning. And the other thing is, oh, I got a bag flying around over there. Is right here. I'm going to get started, and I'm going to trench across here and pour a concrete footing. And then that set of doors right there is going to come over to this position here and be set into a wall that's going to go across between the two containers here. And I'll close off this wall. Now the strange thing is that normally the wind comes from my backside where I'm standing right now, and right now it's coming right into my face. So it's going to be an opposite now that I'm planning on putting up a wall. But hey, got to do what I can do. So this will be the first thing I do. Then I'll do the wall on the other side. So now I'll have a calm place and actually a shady place in between the containers at all through the morning and all through the afternoon, except for when the sun is directly overhead. And it'll be hot and warm inside here, but hey, I have to deal with that. All right, so with all of that being done, I am going to be removing this lock from here because I don't have a key for this lock. So I'm going to take this lock off the door, and I'm going to bring it inside the cabin, and I'm going to repin it, so I've got to make a key for it. And I think what I'm going to do this time, I know last time I didn't show anybody the actual process of repinning, but on this next one I'll set up the tripod in the cabin at my table, and I will, or maybe even on the front porch at the table I have on there, and I will show you how to repin a lock. And at Home Depot, in their key section where your key's made, you can actually buy kits that have the pins, and they're color-coded, so it tells you which pin to put into which hole by the color. And it gives you a brand new set of keys, and it gives you the follower tool and the other tool for removing the C-clips or the E-clips that hold the lock together. So the instructions are there, and it'll show you how to repin your own locks and save yourself some money. So I will be showing you how to do that as well, I'm a professional locksmith, so I have a big kit with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of little pins in there of all different sizes, because I do master keying, sub-master keying, and all of that. But I'll show you how to repin a lock, so down the line you've got another skill that you might come across needing. I mean, if you lose the keys to your lock, then don't worry about it. You can repin it. All right, so that's all for that. I am going to go inside and get my dinner started. The wind isn't blowing too hard today. It's a nice breeze. Going to go and get set up a barbecue and get something to eat and sit down, have a cold beer, and watch some TV, and then I might take another nap. Hey, everything down in the garden house is growing, but no need to go down there now. I can do that in another video. G-Bear reminding you, please give me a thumbs up down there, like my videos. That always helps. Every like, every thumbs up helps. And comments, questions, anything down at the bottom that you do while you're on my channel, that all counts for me. So I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It's free. Just click on subscribe and click on the little bell notification icon when it pops up, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. You won't be bothered and hassled by all kinds of stuff from YouTube. Even if you have to join YouTube to be able to comment, don't worry about it. That's not going to cause you any problems. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of my followers, who have done that. They have YouTube channels, and when you click on their name, it just says this channel has no content. So you're not going to be bothered. There's no content on your channel, so nobody's going to bother you. But I've also noticed that some of those people even get subscribers. All right, do it. Have fun. Relax. Do what I do. Enjoy life. G-Bear signing off.